So I wanted to make a video, and this video is for anyone. A general statement. A general statement means for anyone and everyone that wants to listen and hopefully learn something from this. Do not mock survivors that come forward of their abuse. It does not matter if the survivor comes forward in private or public. They have the courage. They have the willpower and strength to come forward, and they want to finally break free of their silence. It is so disgusting to see people mock survivors that come forward. The ones that sit there and mock and victim shame survivors that have the courage come forward, those people are the behavior that is called a narcissist. A narcissist are the ones who tell you, don't say anything. Don't go out in public. Do not announce your abuse. You are an embarrassment to yourself, your family, and your children, if you have children. It is vile and disgusting for anyone to tell you, don't come forward. They have no right. They have no right to tell you not to come forward. I respect the ones that say, you know what, I want to come forward. I'm ready to break those chains, that silence. And I encourage them. It is one thing to have those small steps and tell your family or your friends that you actually trust. It's a whole different ball game when you go out in public. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. TV, the news, whatever it is. There are so many people that have come forward in the public. So many people on YouTube. I have seen communities. I have seen people discuss their abuse on YouTube. And I have joined at least 2 communities. So the ones that are shaming me and others for coming out, does that mean that you shame the others on YouTube that come out, that speak about their experiences and their abuse? Does that mean that you will sit there and you will mock others for being out there? We all take a risk. As a survivor, we take a risk of coming out there. I have no regrets, even though for a year I have been bullied, I've been pushed around, I've been mocked in my abuse. I still tell others to come forward. And look at me. Look at me. Yes, I was new to YouTube, learning things. I've made some mistakes. When my own flesh and blood, when my brother out me out in code form, forced me out when I came out, it was very new. It was nerve-wracking. I was scared. I knew on one hand, I knew I might get made fun of. Maybe a little bit trolled. Maybe a little bit teasement. What's happened to me is disgusting. It does not matter if you personally discuss your abuser. If you feel like you want to call out that name of that abuser to fight those demons, okay? If you choose to name your abuser or discuss it, no one has a right to dig into your personal life, mock you for you coming out to your friends, family, and the public. It does not give you a right to insert yourself. You don't contact a survivor's abuser. I had one person tell me last night they are a rehab, whatever, of addiction to drugs, certain drugs. And he told me this. It's like somebody trying to get in touch with a drug dealer, their ex-drug dealer. It causes problems. It causes drama. It's not even safe. They say, well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't announce things. I know for a fact that I did announce some things in my life because certain people went forward. They had no right to meddle in my business. When those people went forward, yes, I did say something about my abuser in my life to defend myself and to let my supporters know and family and friends to know I have nothing to hide or lie about. I had the courage to defend myself. That is when I discussed the abuse of my attack. I showed dental work, 2 different dentists. Everything I've ever done was to defend myself. To defend myself and my family. I never personally had intentions to hurt anyone. When I hurt somebody, they said, or, I was new to YouTube and all this, and my abuse was very new coming out. I made a lot of mistakes, and I did make apologies. I'm not perfect. I never claim to be perfect. All I can say is, I've come forward. Others have come forward. Okay? And for people to mock others, it's wrong. I don't condone behavior. I have no right to contact any survivors, abusers, even family, unless I had the permission. If they say, contact this person, okay. It's so wrong. It's disturbing for somebody to contact your abuser. All you're doing is a possible thing where that survivor could relapse. You could actually damage somebody and set them back from the progress they're trying to make. We're trying to come out here, okay? We are trying to find people like us that know what's like, that had the shame and the guilt, that felt like they were baggage or used or dirty. That felt they're alone. You know what? You're not alone. We are not garbage. We are not trash. We are human beings that at one point were victims. I've experienced different types of abuse. Child sexual abuse, domestic abuse, one time. So, my ex-fiance, in so many words, a long story short, broke into my apartment. He forced his way through my apartment. I was attacked. I fought my attacker. So I have been through different abuse. It does not matter if someone discusses the abuser to get that out there. For someone to say, well, this person or this person should not say this. Who are you? Who are you to tell anybody not to come forward? I never just went forward and spoke about him in that manner. Someone else, a certain female, discussed my ex-fiance. Alright? That's what happened. And when I defend myself, yes, there are a lot of times I did not act the right way, I guess. You know, things happened. I have made mistakes along the way. Yes, I have issues. Yes, I have PTSD that's tied into child sexual abuse. It's a real thing. Yes, I've had depression. I am not mental. I am not crazy. Yes, I might be bent. I am not broken. I am stronger than what people think. And the ones coming forward are stronger than what they used to be. Because at one point, these survivors that were victims were in a dark place, thinking no one would ever understand. Nobody would ever care to help them or hear their story. They stayed in those chains. Some had suicidal thoughts to kill themselves, or drugs. or think they're going crazy. There's proof out there. A certain percent of people that have committed suicide, a big percent, is from the abuse they have gone through, the torment and hell they've gone through. I would never make fun of anyone that committed suicide or that was abused sexually. I don't torment people. I'm not malicious. Yes, I have made mistakes. In life, sometimes doing the right thing for yourself or others, you can pay a price. That does not mean you cannot change and go forward. When you go forward, forgive people or admit, you make mistakes, you can keep going forward. And let me tell you something right now. You will continue to make mistakes because you're not perfect. You are a human being. Most survivors, we do make a lot of mistakes. That gives no one the right to shame us, to mock us, and say we are a disappointment or embarrassment to our families or our kids or our friends. How dare anyone sit there and mock survivors? The ones that come forward. There are trolls and haters online that demand you show evidence. It's your choice to show evidence. And yes, you can be trolled, but also loved. Just because you get trolled or hated on or mocked does not mean that people don't care about you. It does not mean that people will not help you, support you. You will have haters, but you will have people that will accept you for you. That is what matters. You're gonna make mistakes. I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. I am not a bad person. I'm not a bad mother. A lot of times, I have apologized, and they still want to beat me down. You know what? That's the time to rise up and keep going. People will lie on you, and they will give rumors, and they'll come at you day and night, day and night. You must be strong and keep going forward. Because they say why? Because you have a story to tell. It's your truth. And it's your right to break free of those chains. It's your right to say, you know what? It's time for me to go forward. Some people will never come forward. I don't judge them. I cannot judge somebody that says, well, I'm not ready to come forward. That's fine. Because you must be comfortable. You must be okay with yourself to come forward. I found my voice. So have others. I have found my voice. I've been shamed for it. I've been mocked. I've been tortured for finding my voice as a survivor. This video is not engaging into drama or to have a fight started. This is me saying what I have been through, what I have seen others go through. And not just YouTube. I have seen so much crap behind the scenes. My own family and friends, supporters, survivors, behind YouTube, behind the internet. You know, it's not just an internet issue. It's not just a YouTube issue. It's a world issue. It's an issue that we survivors are fighting. Inside, we are fighting. We are screaming that we want to come out. And even if we do come out, we still scream because we want people to realize we're not perfect. We need help. We want to help others. We want our story told so others can see. They're not damaged people. They're not freaks. We're not liars. We may be bent. We are far from broken. And we will continue to go forward. I will continue to go forward. I am not the same person as last year. Yes, again, I've made mistakes. That is what makes you human. When you know you've messed up, you apologize. Again, I have. And some people just won't accept that. That is on you, not me. I've done my part. I make things right. Am I perfect? Hell no. Hell no. But people don't want to accept my apologies. They do not want me to go forward. They want to silence me. You will never silence me. Or other survivors. It's a damn shame that me and others feel like we must show evidence of some kind of form of our abuse. Oh, dental papers, or this, or that. And when you do show proof, to show you're not a liar and you are a survivor that wants help, they hate you, they mock you, they abuse you. Well, tough shit. Tough shit. I am here to tell you this. It is okay for you to come out to your family, your friends, out in the public. I can go to a store and stand on a platform, a soapbox. I would do this. Kroger, Walmart, Target, Big Lots, any store. I am not ashamed to go in front of people. I used to. I'm not now. I could proudly say I'm a survivor. What happened to me is not my fault. I did not deserve that as a child. Or my attack. Survivors do not deserve this. They don't deserve to get mocked because they found the courage. They have found their voice, and you should not mock that. If you claim you're a survivor, if you say you are a survivor, then you should step up and say, I am a survivor like you. Can I help you? Can we talk? Let's be united and support one another. That is what survivors should do. Not hate, not mock, not bully. There are people that get bullied to the point where they are suicidal or commit suicide. Then what? They back up and say, oh, I had no part in this. Oh, bull crap. It's like the people put the knife or gun to your body and say, go ahead. That's what bullies and haters and people do. They put that object in your hand and then they step back and laugh at you. Because why? We're passionate. We found our voice and we've come forward. I have so many people that are proud of me. My supporters, other survivors, my family, my own kids, my own daughters are proud of me. And for someone or a group to say, I'm an embarrassment to my own family, you should be ashamed. You are the embarrassment. Look how you're acting. People like this are the reason why survivors feel like they cannot come forward because they don't want to be shamed and told they're no good or they're damaged. You're not damaged. You're bent like me. We're all bent. Because there's issues we go through from the abuse. We are bent. But by God, we're not broken. I am not broken. If you think you broke me, oh, you are sadly mistaken. I have come too far. And I will not stop. It's very important that I keep going forward. It's important for others to go forward. Baby steps. It's never going to be easy. You will have hard days. You will have days that you feel like you can't get out of bed. You will have days that you feel like, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. You can. I can. That's why supporters support one another. I'm here to tell you, you can get out of bed. It will never be easy. But you can get up out of bed. You can call me or talk to me or others. There are hotlines. I posted hotlines. I can continue to post hotlines on slideshows. There are people out there that want to hear your story and want to help you. I've had many days where I might felt broken or I can't get out of bed. I have felt I'm no good. I felt I'm not a good parent. I have felt shame because of what I've been through. Not only what I've been through as the abuse, but people mocking and bullying and shaming me. That is going to stop. That has already stopped. I will not let people make me feel like I'm not any good, that I can't get out of bed, that I can't go forward and say, yes, I'm a survivor of child sexual abuse, domestic abuse. I can say this. It has taken a lot of years for me to finally be comfortable in my skin and realize I was abused and realized, oh my God, I'm just like them that been through abuse. Then you journey out. You start healing, okay? You discuss your abuse. You help others. They help you in return. That is what a support group does. That's what people do. Yes, I see a therapist. The one saying, oh, you need help. Have you missed my first channel? Maybe. Have you not heard what I've been saying? I do see a therapist. I have in the past. Also. I am okay to discuss this and help others. Direct them to the right people in their county, in their state, in their city. I have posted hotlines, and again, I have no problem making slideshows and showing hotlines. I am so proud of the people that have come forward. There are many different ways that a survivor can come forward, and do not mock them. How dare anyone mock you guys? You guys are strong. You're survivors. You are called a survivor for a reason. Because you have survived the abuse. And you get attacked. You get mocked. You get shamed. I am here to tell you it's okay. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel depression. It's okay to be depressed sometimes and go, you know what? I have depression. But you know what? It's also okay to get up off your knees and look above you. There is a higher power. I believe in my heart. I'm a Christian. No, I'm not, of course, perfect. But I believe that God puts people in your life for a reason. It's not a earthly consequence, they say. A consequence from a good choice. No. Or coincidence. It's not. In my opinion, I do believe that God puts people into your life. A lesson or a blessing. People are put in your life for a reason. And some people are toxic. They are a lesson. And you must separate yourself from toxic people. It will only drag you down and back to that dark place in your life. It's negative and it's toxic. This does not help you. Then you must cut ties with those people. I am not saying hate them, but I am saying you must separate yourself from the toxic people. You must break free. Break those chains. And when you do, those blinders come off. And you can really see what's going on. I do believe God puts people in your life to help you, to be there for you, to help guide you on your journey. I have lost a lot of people this past year. I've never lied about my stories. I never lied about the ones that has passed on. Some by suicide. While I've come out here as a new YouTuber and a platform to be activist and also just be a human being and discuss my pain and what I've been through, I lost people along the way. So yes, I have that pain too. I've lost someone back in May. I've known since I was 6 years old, in my church, in my school. I just had talked to him probably a week before he passed away. His mother talked about me in the hospital. James could not speak. Alert, but could not speak. He could nod his head. He knew who I was. She said, Sharon is praying for you. Wants you to get out of that bed and come home. To his girlfriend, to his daughter. All the doctors said that it was looking pretty good. It took 3 different days for a procedure. It finally went through, but his heart couldn't take it, I guess, you know? But 3 hours before he passed, they all said that James would make it. I had phone calls from his mother and text and my friends in Florida that said, James is going to make it. Part of me had that really bad feeling. Most people I've ever known, they're alert, they're eating, they pass away, they're signs. But I didn't want to give up hope and faith. I kept praying. I had faith. The day my daughter had the interview and also the drug test for her job, while I'm in the office with management with my daughter, his mom gave me a text. First trying to call me. I had no idea that she had called me. I was busy with my daughter, her drug test for her job. I got the text that he passed away. She said God took our James home. I couldn't even react in that room. I had to wait. So no one knows my pain. See, you're not me. I'm not saying you don't have pain. I'm not saying that you don't have the experience that people died. I am saying you're not me, and you're not me in that room with my daughter. When I left the store, yes, I had a small breakdown outside, crying. James was like my brother. When my family found out, they were upset. No one knows what James went through in his life. A lot of people don't know. In my case, a lot of people did not know what I was going through. And yes, I get emotional. Yes, I might cry. So what? I'm human. I've got pain from the people I've lost this past year. I've lost people that I could not say goodbye to. And it's painful. Yes, I can move on. And yes, I have moved on from some things. But that pain never leaves. That pain never leaves you. It's always gonna be there. Sometimes the pain, you feel sometimes, okay, I got great days. I got good days. I don't mean to be negative and say you'll have that pain. It's a reminder, okay, of what you've been through, but how also strong you can be and go forward. I have a part of some kind of pain in me of my mom's death. Friends, family. I lost a nephew, not by blood, but still part of my family. His mother went to my school for part of the year, part of 1 year in school, and she then went to a different school. Sometime in our life, we lost contact. Then we reunited, it was cool. Right when, only a year or two, we were reunited one another, it was awesome. We're talking. We had plans to meet up. A very joyous time in my life and hers. And her son was murdered at the high school in Florida. And people said, you're only talking about it for attention. No, it's not for attention. It's a part of healing. I have lost what I considered my own children. They were friends to my daughter. Since 2nd grade, these kids were like my own kids. I knew these kids since 2nd grade. Their parents, they're really well known here. And November, we lost Haven. Spring, we lost Trevor. In July, my daughter's best friend lost her mother from suicide. So don't tell me that my kid does not know what pain is. Or even me. My daughter has been through so much shit in her life. And people have shamed her. They have mocked her. They have bullied her. In different ways. My daughter is going forward. That does not mean that she forgets these people. She has to walk in her high school every day and pass by the classes, the hallways, where her friend was they talked, they hung out, they had lunch. And yeah, I get emotional. I loved that girl as my own daughter. And people mocked me. They mocked Jordan. They called us liars. It's in the paper. It happened. Teen suicide happens. Depression. PTSD. Cutting. Addiction to things. Child abuse. Domestic abuse. Mental health. And people mock. Survivors come forward, and we're still mocked. Why? Why can't we just try to heal and find people? And I don't care if you make fun of me being emotional right now. I am not having fake tears or fake emotion. I have real pain. I experienced 2 people that passed away that I have yet not discussed. Because why? My business. Why? Because people have trolled me and bullied me. And I feel like if I study things still, I get called a liar, I get bullied. And most of these people are survivors. You say you're a survivor, you have pain, and yet you do this to me and other people. Why? Why can't people just understand? We make mistakes. We fuck up. Yes, I cussed. We fuck up. Because I make mistakes does not mean it's okay to contact my abuser. Contact my friends' abusers. I got a lot of friends that come forward. Okay? It's not okay to meddle in their life and torture them because they have the courage to come forward. It's not okay to sit there and talk to their abusers, contact their abusers. This is not okay with me and others. It's real life shit. It's not just YouTube. Stop telling people, get off YouTube. It's also real life. It's become real life. They say, oh, you came out, discussed your shit. No. Others came out and mocked me and told them my life story, but also by lies. When I defended myself, yes, I said shit, but I did not just come out there and say things. I reacted. And sometimes the wrong way, maybe. It does not matter if I have announced my abusers, my grandfather, or my attacker, or who's passed away in my life. You don't have the right or permission. You have no right to meddle and contact someone's abuser. You don't know what damage you can cause. What, for revenge? You say we're even. You say that you did this because you felt I'd done something to you. What you all did to me and others can really set us back. There are people that are survivors in my position. Someone else that's not as strong as me could have cut themselves or commit suicide or done drugs of the shit people did. And you call yourself survivors. Do you not understand the damage that you can cause people? Do not ever sit there and mock somebody and torment them. My video, my voice is not engaging. I have had enough of the bullshit. I am tired of seeing survivors mocked and shamed. I am tired of the abuse I was given as a child and attacked now by wanting some help from other people, not just a therapist, a support group. Why must people mock survivors? We still are human. We have feelings. We are healing. We have pain. And to sit there and kick someone down? Why are people contacting survivors' abusers? You have no freaking right to do this shit. If I sat there and did exactly what these people done to me, what if these people commit suicide, or cut themselves, or done drugs, or went crazy? You don't understand the consequences of your actions. Don't coat this shit and deflect and say, well, you went out there. Even if someone goes out there and says something, you have no right to do that. It just shows what kind of vile person you are. A narcissistic behavior of saying, get over it. Or no, it did not happen to you. Both my abuses that I went through happened to me. The abusers are not innocent. Both my abusers are not innocent. I never lied. That's deflection. That is coating with sugar because they messed up big time. You have no right to contact someone's abuser. I've had my fair share with a female, okay? A survivor. I would never contact her abuser. I've never contacted anyone's abuser. Yes, I get emotional. Yes, I have cried. Yes, I have pain. But yes, I'm stronger. I'm going forward. This is wrong. I've got a voice, and I will speak up for anybody that wants help. Just because I get emotional of what I've been through does not give you the right to do what you're doing to me or others. Stop mocking and start supporting people. Be united. Don't sit there and mock them where they're crying and shaking and have thoughts of hurting themselves. If this happened to you, it's different, right? And you would feel pain. So don't do it to others. This video is for everyone to understand there are survivors that are emotional, that have pain, that want to help people in their self and heal. And you cannot sit there and just keep mocking and bullying and try to put them to their knees. This shit is not okay. Somebody somewhere can end up dead or really hurt. You must think before you do something. I'm going to support survivors. Just because you say you hate somebody or don't like them does not give you the right to keep bullying. Whether you make a video about them or contact their abuser, or shame them in public and call them embarrassment. You have no right to torture survivors. We survivors have been through torture. We don't need any more torture. We're just trying to come out there and say we have been through this. I am not ashamed. I am not an embarrassment to my supporters, family, friends, daughters, survivors. I'm not an embarrassment. The embarrassment is you. You should be embarrassed of yourself. I am not ashamed. But you should be. The ones that keep doing this to survivors. Some people can't ever come forward because shit like this, and you wonder why. But people blame them. Stop blaming survivors. Get a mirror and take a good hard look at yourself and realize what you're doing to people. I do not condone this behavior. It's time as survivors, stand up, get a voice, go out there. It's time for a change. It's time for people to stop saying, don't go public. Stop saying, get off YouTube. Don't talk Sharon. Don't talk so-and-so. Screw that. You want people off YouTube because you don't want to be exposed. You don't want to be exposed of the shit that you've done to others. You don't want the truth coming out there. People don't want you to say the truth. That's why they say get over it. That's why they say get off YouTube and don't speak. Who are you? Who are you to tell me or anyone that we can't go forward and speak on YouTube or any platform? How dare you? I don't condone that mentality or behavior. Okay? People were scared of their kids getting hurt, right? And they mock me. When people come out on YouTube or any platform, yes, in a way, they're crying for help. It's not just a therapist. It's a support group of people that they already trust on their accounts on YouTube or Google or Facebook or whatever. They already feel like they might help you and just support you morally or whatever, emotionally. And those people turn on you. Do you know how that feels? I do. Others do. We know what it's like to be betrayed, abused, abandoned. But we are surviving. And that is what matters. You keep going forward. If you want to go out there on YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, a damn store, on a soapbox, then you go do that. Go do this. And don't let anyone stop you. It's your truth. It's your story. Do not let anyone ever rob you of that. Look at what I've been through. I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I might cry. I might cry. Yep, I might cry. I might get emotional. It's a human, natural thing. Especially of what I've been through. People might say, oh, I'm triggered. I'm crying. Say what you want. I've been through worse. I went through 10 years of torture as a child. So guess what? I've been through worse. Your dumb jokes, your dumb memes, bullying me, mocking me, and other survivors. I have been through worse. Keep going forward. Never stop. I love all you guys that support me. I love survivors. Come forward, supporting me too. I support you. Keep going forward. Don't stop. Peace out.